Hello, it's Mike here on my Nintendo 64. Did you know that with game lending being added to the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, you can obviously, share your games with people who are on your family group plan. So if I wanted to lend a game to a family group member, I can go here and then say select a user to lend to. It says this virtual game card is loaded to another console. In order to lend it to someone, you'd first need to eject it from the other console. Right, okay, so that's because I've already lent it to somebody else. So if I eject it from there and then say, look, I want to send it to Jack M64, want to lend, we'd have to meet up in a physical space in order to lend a game, and you have to do that every single time you want a lender game. But what if I told you there was another way that you'd only have to meet up once and then you'd have unlimited access to games on the other person's account? So here's how you do it. First, you have to connect your consoles up so that you can lend to another console, right? And then you simply just say, load to another console. Now, because I've already paired up with the MYT Switch here, so shout out to MYT of the Elite Institute, I can just simply take this game and stick it straight onto his console. And he, from his console, can actually go into my account and look at any games that he'd like to play and just download them straight to his console. Now, this is fine. It's not a problem because you're not going to lose games. If you want to get the game back, you simply, just like I said, load to this console, and then I can take it straight back from there, back onto mine at any time. So it means he doesn't only have the game for 2 weeks, he can have the game for as long as he likes, and then we know when I'm ready to, get the game back, I can just say, hey, I want the game back, boom, load to this console, done. And just to show you the other way around, because I have his account on my Switch, my virtual game cards, I can see all the games that he has. The Nintendo World Championships is one that I've lent to him, so that one is on a temporary loan, so that's through game lending. But if I wanted to actually download a game and say, hey, do you know what, I want one of these games, so let's say Why I Was Born, for example, I'll go in there and go, do you know what, load to this console. It will say the virtual game will be ejected from the other console and loaded to this one, and then I just go boom, straight over to me. And you only have to meet up once physically, just once. And now at any time, because, I have his account on my Switch, he has my account on his Switch. Now, obviously, you do have to be relatively good friends and on very, very good terms with each other because obviously, you do have your personal details and your profile on their console. So, if you ever have any falling outs or whatever, it can be a bit of a problem later on down the line. But if, you've got, usually it's friends and family that you trust anyway that are in your family plan, so it's just how you want to go with it, really. So like I've already downloading this game in the background here. Another game I had already got from him is Subnautica, and the best thing about this is that you can play with your own account. So you can download a game from somebody else's account onto your Switch and play it with your account. Before, there was a workaround where you could download games from somebody else's account, but if it's not the primary console, you could only play on the account that the game is connected to, or was purchased by. And here we are, Subnautica. Brilliant. There we are. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting and helps you out, especially with like long-term borrowing of games, and also having access to all the games that your friend has, and they obviously having access to the games that you have. Now, I don't know how many consoles you can synchronize together. I don't know how many you can pair up. So I obviously, we've only got 2 paired up at the moment, so mine and my friend Adam, who's on my family plan. But I will try connecting with other people in my family plan and then seeing if I can load to different consoles. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, keep on gaming.